And oh, hold on. Wait, where is it? There. We did it. We're live. Hello. I
Yay.
hit the right button the first time. Hello, internet.
First try.
First
First
try.
try. First tried it.
Easy game, easy life. Hello, friends. Welcome to another stirring episode of Waterdeep Dragon Hoist. We're gonna play some Dungeons and Dragons. But first, John, you have two very cute dogs behind you, and they're very cute.
Oh yes,
I just wanted to let you know.
There's
but-
Zara and Anya,
Yeah,
Aww.
look at those
Oh.
two perfect pups.
And she just bites Anya all the time.
gosh.
Because she's 5 months old.
She's got a big mouth.
She's got a big old
Yeah.
mouth.
She's
Huh?
got a real
German
big
Shepherd.
maw.
Anyway, I'm getting a phone call from my wife. Let me take that real quick.
All right, go ahead.
That's the pups.
All right, excellent.
Pups are doing great.
In the meantime, we'll go to our newly appointed classic WoW correspondent, John. You've played classic WoW now.
Yeah.
Cause,
Yeah, it's funny that I now have this job because I was just yesterday talking in game about how I needed to get real jobs and had to travel to the city in order to get real jobs because they don't have an herbalism or alchemist trainer in the small town of Bloodhoof Village. So I had to go all the way to Thunder Bluff for the goddamn jobs that I had to pay to get.
I'd like to congratulate.
I had to pay money to get a job. That's
unfortunate.
That's true to life.
I want to congratulate. I want to be the first to congratulate you on your newly appointed position as this cast's classic WoW correspondent.
Yeah, of course. Thank you very much. It's a delight. It's it's a lot of fun. It's because I've been playing in the stress test that they're doing. They started yesterday and it's going until Friday.
Are you? Is it stressing you out?
Not at all. It's relieving all of the stress in my life. I've been in such a good mood all day today. Even when there were some stressful things going on at work today when I thought that I had ruined one of our applications because we need to renew one of our software licenses and we didn't get a notification for it, and I was like, oh shit. We're a month behind, but we still have access to the server with all the info that we have. So that's okay.
Good.
It was bad, but
Right.
the problem was solved and everything was fine. And I've just been enjoying basking in the fun of the world of Warcraft Classic mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's great. They're yesterday the servers were so packed with so many people. As soon as any mob spawned, it was already getting hit by something because people were just trying to tag anything they could so that they could get those quests done. There were so many people. Everybody was just randomly grouping up. People were waiting on mobs to spawn, so we were just sitting around dueling each other, just goofing around, making jokes. There was one. I ended up in a house where a quillboar spawned. And sitting there just going tab 1, tab 1, tab 1, tab 1, tab 1, tab 1, waiting for it to moonfire something as soon as it spawns. And people would walk up and they'd be like, what are you doing in here? And I was like, this is my house, what are you doing in here?
That good old live roleplay.
Well, that's like a piece of MMO ness that is just not in modern WoW anymore.
It's
right.
True.
And people would just goof around and just be like, yeah, of course, but I want to move in. So I would kill the thing and be like, okay, you get the next one, and I would run away. And there would be another house, and I would go up and I would say, I like your house, you've decorated really well. And they go, thanks, I just put a down payment on it.
Once you get the quillboar, once you get the kill, then you pass the deed of the house on to the next person.
Exactly.
But
it's like, I'm looking to move in. Rent seems really high around here, though. There's a very high demand. Anyway, we're all goofy. People were just constantly grouping up. I ended up with these two other Tauren that were brothers, I think, apparently. So they said. Right. And grouping with them for pretty much the rest of the night, trying to do a bunch of the other quests after we got out of the starting zone. And it was funny because we were in the starting zone and I was like, oh yeah, invite. And they're like, but if we invite you, it's going to take that much longer to get the belts that we need. And I was like, all right, fine, peace out, I'm out of here. The thing is, this was the same person who had earlier run up to me when I pulled way too many cats because everything was getting tagged. I tagged like 3 things at once just to be like, these are mine. These are nobody come over here. These are mine.
I live here.
I live here now.
And then got very close to dying, and so this person came over and healed me up and saved me, and I killed the cats and got to loot them. And they're like, that's tough, and I said, don't worry, I'm brave. Anyway, I saw them later and asked them to invite me, and they said, no, we need these belts.
Right.
So I said, fine. And then after we got out of the starting area, then again ran into the same person. They're like, it's you again, and I was like, yeah, it's me again. What do you expect? And we ended up grouping up at that point and doing, because there's a bunch of kill quests and not worried about like looting things and shit.
Not worried
But
about belts anymore.
Yeah, man, but it was like that.
Nice.
Like
The good
same
old
people,
times.
seeing the same folks, running by the same people.
Right.
Like we would meme in trade chat, or I guess general chat. We would meme in /say. People were yelling all over the place.
Yeah.
My character's name was Nona, Nona, and somebody in general chat was named Ona, Ona, and so I immediately started yelling at them
Yeah.
to say that it's me, your negatwin.
Very good.
And then I saw them later on, like in person, and I was like, "I found you," and they're like, "Oh shit!" They had to... So
Nice.
it's a good time. It's just
Yeah.
exactly that, John. It already started. The thing is, as soon as it starts, people then degenerate into all the other memes, and then it very quickly dies out because it's like there are so many people that it immediately gets out of all of our systems,
Right.
and then you wait like 30 minutes, and then they start up again. So, like, it's been
Nice.
just a delight.
That's good. Yeah. We'll have to check back in for more classic World of Warcraft related
Stop
updates.
dropping it.
Yeah, well, like, I mean, if I get into the beta, cool. Otherwise, I mean, you'll just be hearing about it as we're
Okay.
playing it in August.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. All right. So this was like a freelance one-off gig for you.
Exactly. Yeah, the WoW Classic correspondent contractor.
Yeah. Yeah. You'll return to your normal job, which is, I don't know. What do you do? What do you do here? What do you even do
lately-
here?
What do I even do here? I mostly I write receipts for my spells and then complain about lyrics.
That's right.
Seems right.
Yeah. Yeah. Any other exciting things to talk about from the gaming sphere, or should we play some gosh darn dragons and also dungeons sometimes?
I have a very quick one that is equally parts hilarious and game breaking.
Lay it on me.
Yeah.
So in Overwatch Land, more specifically console Overwatch Land, they recently updated all the stuff. They put a new patch out, did some stuff, made some changes. Great. Stuff seems great. Now meanwhile, over on Xbox, people are playing whatever, and I don't know how much any of you know about the characters or anything like that. There's the giant hamster and a mech character.
Yeah, I think we've all played a decent amount of it.
Okay. So him and the giant hamster mech rider,
Yeah.
there was a glitch that apparently was found where if you used his ultimate with any other ultimate at the same time, it would eject the entire other team from the match.
Oh no.
Not joking. It would,
That's,
if you came in contact with it, the code was so messed up, it would eject the team from whatever the match was.
That's a big yikes.
That's a super yikes.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. How did that work?
So if you used his mines and any other ult at the same time, and then one of the opponents touched or came in contact with one of the two specials or ultimates that was used, the code literally kicked them out of the game and crashed their game.
Oof.
Big ol' oof.
It's a big oof.
That's a big ol' oof.
That's a solid kitchen finks out of 10.
That's...
Yeah. That is very much a kitchen fix out of that.
Because kitchen finks is an oof.
It's so nice.
Yes, it's a big ol' oofy. But that's the only interesting thing from Overwatch Land, so I figured I'd throw that out there for a good laugh.
So last time on the Hoist, you guys put some money into your tavern.
Hell yeah, we did.
Oh yeah.
You had a exciting romp around the city looking for the errant Nimblewright.
Looking for a robot.
Looking for the robot. You went back to
Trying to
the
find a robot.
yawning. You went back to the
Trying to find
yawning
robots.
portal where you met up with your old friend, Mr. Flood Blagmar.
Yep.
Blagmar.
Floon Blagmer.
It's me, a floon.
And also Volo.
Also Volo.
And
That was
got and you got some information that there was a robot that was spotted down by the dock ward.
Yes.
And so you went down to the dock ward, and
And
you were
boy, did that
looking...
umbrella thing freak out.
And you
And
said
you're
I can
looking
dig up
at-
clams faster than you. So you get in your car and you drive down to the dock. And the
Oysters,
object
clams,
of the game is to
cockles.
find parking.
Yikes. So yeah,
Sorry
you
about
guys... No, you're good. I wouldn't have it any other way. So yeah, you were looking around the dock ward when the Nimblewright detector started freaking out, and I believe the moment that we left off on was you turned a corner and you saw a Nimblewright holding a crate full of, I believe it was fruit or vegetables, one of those two
Yes.
things.
Sounds
And
good.
we had one of those, like, y'all locked eyes for a second, and the episode cut. So as we fade back into the fiction, that's the scene that we see. We're in this, like, busy kind of, like, cross section of the dock ward, like right on the cross section of, like, a market street or something. And there's this Nimblewright. He doesn't have any like cloak or hat or
He's
anything
naked.
like that. He's
That was
naked.
my first question.
Yeah.
He was naked.
He's
He was
naked.
We did feel that.
And he's
Naked
holding this crate full of fruits and vegetables, and you see him, and there's a moment where you look at each other. What do you all do?
I start walking towards it, pointing the thing that's spinning at it. I start walking at it very quickly, just going woo 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 woo.
It backs away. It starts like it's like holding on to its crate, and it's just like
It's
like
very
backing away from you.
confused.
Hello.
I look for a way to like double round it and see if I can cut off a retreat if it tries to run.
Make a perception check. It's a busy street, so it's just a matter of like finding like a gap or an opening.
Yeah, where the hell is my character sheet? There it is. Perception, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Did you say
Okay.
perception?
Yeah, it's like you can kind of scope out like some like routes through the crowds that might be beneficial, but you're not 100% sure. You don't just find like a good one good path.
Well, I'm gonna roll the dice and still try and make my way through what I believe to be the best path to put myself on the other side of it and get it surrounded.
Okay, when you start moving like around it, and then with Badger like walking towards it, it like gets even more anxious and it drops the crate and starts to run. So let's roll some initiative.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get the tracker out. There we go. All right.
We don't need to click tokens or anything, right? We just need to click initiative here.
Yeah. I don't have.
Just
have
put your
the,
token on the board and
Yeah,
click
just
on
you
it.
can just put it on the board and click on it.
How do you
Or
do that?
just
Drag
drag it from your character sheet.
I don't have mine.
You
There's
should.
not one.
How do you
there's
drag
not-
your token from your character sheet?
Yeah, there's
You
not
just-
one for. There's not one on my bio page.
You
you
just
go
you just
to where
grab.
you see your name on the list, and you drag your name off the list.
Oh, off that list.
Yeah.
I'm a monster.
I was trying
There.
to drag the actual picture of the token.
There's yours. All right, everyone's got it. They're up by the west gate.
We did it.
So proud.
I'm
of
a
us.
giant.
Oh no.
I'm coming in to stomp the city.
What? John, did you see the My Hero trailer?
Yes.
Alright.
Yes, I'm so hyped.
I don't have a token for this thing, so I'm just gonna.
He gets an 8.
Can we get some epic chase music?
You can. I don't use music in Roll20, but y'all can. Sure.
With your token that large, we can finally read that it says trash, right?
Yeah. There it is.
So what is that from? I had never seen this.
My
picture.
Hero Academia.
Ah.
A very, very good show.
It is the anime of the last 2 or 3 years. I
Hey,
believe.
why'd you change my initiative to 6?
I did.
It's a real modern classic.
Oh, I thought I rolled the 20. It was Leoric. Never mind.
It's okay.
All right. So, we're gonna do this in good old. So this is gonna be a combination of, we're in initiative, but we're gonna do it as a skill challenge. But we're gonna act in the order of things. So as this thing goes and turns to run away, we'll say it's currently 30 feet away from you. So Kaldrum, you are the first to act. What would you like to do?
Yeah. So, what's he running into? Is it like a narrow pathway? Is it just like a wide open street?
It's like an
Do you
open.
know?
It's like an open street. There's people all around. It's like a market, like a farmer's market or something.
Okay. I'm gonna have him cast minor illusion, like kind of in front of him, to kind of put like an illusory 5 foot by 5 foot crate of fruit in front of him
Okay.
to like maybe make him go off his path a little bit.
All right. I'll make
stumble.
I'll make a check for him, and if he succeeds in the check, then
Yeah, it's investigation.
yeah. What's the DC I have to beat?
13.
Oh boy.
Just gonna give him,
Is he smart?
I'm just gonna give him a flat D20. All right, yeah. So we see you like incant and cast the spell, and he like takes him up. He like does that like cartoon skid, and like almost like stops and like falls through, and his hand falls through it. And so he like realizes it, and he like looks over and looks back at you, and like it has slowed him down enough that y'all are gaining on him.
Yeah.
Leoric, what would you like to do?
Of course, the one time I don't have hold in place, which would just be wonderful here.
I don't know if hold person would work on him. I don't know if he's a person.
I think it's
don't
yeah.
know.
You have to choose a humanoid.
Is he not humanoid?
They're constructs.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I'm going to use my sacred flame to shoot down, I don't know, a crate and try to block his path.
Okay. Roll what? So like roll a skill for me. What skill would you like to roll?
I will throw some. I guess that would probably be like a dexterity or a.
I could see like a.
Well, it's a spell attack, isn't
It's a
it?
spell, wisdom.
Yeah. Well, so it's not so much that you're like casting a spell at
Yeah,
him;
it's-
it's that you're using it to
Yeah.
like knock something into his path.
Yeah, that's what I'm
um,
trying to figure out too.
So I could.
give the crate an armor class or something.
Oh no, it's not. It's not a.
No,
it's
it's
not
just
a-
figuring out like what
yeah.
to use to.
Yeah, because we're doing it as a skill challenge. So like, regardless of how you flavor it, you roll a skill, and if you succeed, you succeed.
Maybe Arcana or Perception.
Or I could do this. I could make him make a dex save.
That'd work.
Are you using like a cantrip, like a
Yeah,
spell?
it's a cantrip. It's a cantrip spell, so it's beat a 12,
All right.
and it doesn't. Yeah, and like he dodges it.
All right. This guy's got a +1 to his dex. All right. So you cast your sacred flame like at something like off to the side of him, and it
Yeah.
like makes a little like holy like, and it like knocks some like fish into him, and he has to stagger for a second, and you have a moment to gain on him, and now you are about 10 feet away from this guy.
Oh boy.
Badger, what would you like to do?
Finally, Badger's training and profession as a safety expert in demolition jobs comes into handy. What is normally used to help people escape the blast zone, he is now using to chase down. He's going to cast Expeditious Retreat on himself so he can dab.
Oh god.
Hell yeah. All right. What does it look like when you do that?
This one isn't as highly regulated because it's not explosive.
Right.
So basically all Badger does is kind of like wave his hands around and like kind of point at himself. Yeah, he's running, he's got the thing in his arm and he's going like and then his legs start glowing and he they do the cartoon thing where they go really fast in a circle to show how quickly they're moving.
You're Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. That's as it turns out, that's actually the verbal component of Expeditious Retreat.
Yes. Badger literally pointing at himself going, gotta go fast.
Yep. All right, cool. So you can have advantage to make some sort of move to get close to this guy with your spell.
Okay. I'm going to roll investigation to see if I can find the best path between people's legs.
Right. Yeah, I was thinking. So yeah, so you have advantage. We'll call the DC 12.
Hell yeah. Easy.
No problem.
Easy 19.
So like this is probably shot like very low like depth of field as you're like weaving in and out through people. We see it at first. We see it from like Leoric's perspective as he's like finishing his cast, and he's like, "Oh, it's like over there," like he's pointing, and then we just see like, boom! We see like a dust cloud like sprint past Leoric and like speed through the crowd, and you catch up to this guy, and
This was a scene in Ratatouille, right?
Yeah, really.
No comment. Anyway, yeah. So you get up to him and you grab him, I assume, because you get up close to him.
Yes.
And I'm gonna give him a save to try to get out of your grapple here. So can you make an athletics check? And
Me?
Because you're the one who got up close to him.
Oof.
And I'm gonna have him make an acrobatics check. So you go to grab him, and he like backflips and does a kickflip out of your cool your grapple. And
while it happens, Badger's like, "Oh, sick," and then he falls backwards.
Yeah.
Sick kick.
And
Sick kick.
Harlan, it's your turn with the save.
So through that grapple and the other successes of hindering his movement, I assume I've been able to close some of the gap. And what I want to do is use either sleight of hand or a check of your choosing to throw a bunch of ball bearings in the place where he's going to land from this backflip.
Oh no! Yeah, make a sleight of hand check. Fucking ball bearings. All right, so he like does a backflip, and it's like in slow motion as he backflips out of Badger's grasp, and like it's all in slow motion. Badger's like, "Whoa, so cool!" And we see Harlan running, and we see the robot in the middle of the backflip, and he just has sunglasses on, and we see you throw the ball bearings, and he like lands and just does the whoop, and like lands on the ground. And he's currently on the ground. Keldrum, What are you gonna
Is
do?
anybody present besides us there?
Oh yeah, it's like a crowded
Yeah.
street.
So I'm gonna cast friends on like one person and be like, look,
Stop
dogpile
that.
him, get him. And using persuasion with advantage with the friends.
Hell yeah.
Perfect friends.
50, I didn't have advantage on it or whatever. I'm assuming 15.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So you cast friends and you say like dogpile him, and this one guy's like, well, okay, I guess, and he like goes over. And it's just the one guy because you only cast friends on one guy, right?
Yeah,
and so he like goes over and just like lays across the nimble, right?
He like he T-poses and then just walks over and then flops.
He's like and he's like dog pile and like falls and like the camera pans out and it's just him.
Do any other onlookers join in because it's hard to not jump in on a dog
No,
pile?
they're just like, what the
no,
hell is going
no,
on?
everyone is just like, what the fuck?
Why
Leoric,
did he have his arms out like that?
Leoric, what are you doing? You see your prey on the ground with one man T-posed on top.
Oh,
of
you
him.
goddamn sneaky jumping on top of that dude. He don't know who the fuck that is. He's gonna throw himself onto it.
All right, you're gonna join in the dog pile.
Yeah, I'll acrobatics or whatever you'd like, I assume.
Yeah, like acrobatics or athletics probably.
Slightly better athletics. Hell yeah, 14.
No problem. So you're like you see that, and then like, do you say like dog pile, or do you say anything like that, or do you just go over and like?
No, it just immediately just like throws his like shield and mace to this like like throws whatever shield he's holding and just
and we
straight,
get we get like a
Supermans
running
himself onto
we
it.
get a running jump, and it's a very heroic angle as we see like the camera's under you, and we hear like a clunk, and we just hear that same guy go, oh. Badger, what would you like to do?
Badger will run up to it. And I want I guess we're still in a skill challenge. I wanted to roll insight to see if we got the right robot, to see if it's running because it's done something wrong, or if it's running because we aggressively just started looking and chasing after it.
Right. I like, it's hard to say, especially because now there are two men on top of it. So it'd be really difficult for you to make that check.
True. I would learn that it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna...
regardless of whether or not it's the right robot, it's just not
determined it is not happy.
Yeah, for real.
Badger, all right. I'm gonna try to intimidate it into acquiescing and just stopping.
Cooperating.
Clearly, you're beat. There are two men just flopped on you. Just take it easy.
All right, go for it. All right, no problem. Yeah, you do. All right, it's the nimble race turn. So the way that this works.
You've been beat. You stop it! And like Badger doesn't like come up above like the T-posed dude. Like Leoric is still taller than him.
Yeah,
he's like just
you're like trying to give a stern talking to like this guy's thigh.
Right.
All right, so I'm gonna make a roll for this thing to see if it can break out. It's got disadvantage, and I've increased the DC for every successful thing that you guys have. So he's got to beat a DC 17 at disadvantage. Plus 1. Nope. He gets a 5.
Nope.
So with that stern talking to, and the two men piled on top of him, it stops like trying to struggle, and it just like is like. So you have it. It's pinned under Leoric and this onlooker.
It's a random ass guy.
How long does friends last for no reason whatsoever?
A minute.
Cool.
1 minute.
Good to know. So you're not in combat anymore. The like there's like as like the dust kind of settles and everyone's like kind of like stunned into silence at like the display that was just had. there's like a silence and a beat, and like we hear that guy's voice just like, "Hey, I got him, friend."
Oh, good job, good job. You did wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Couldn't have done better myself.
What do you guys want to do?
I start retrieving my ball bearings, as many as I can find. Just give me a percentage.
Make a perception check. See how many of them you can find. Cause like it's on a busy road and they probably went like all over the place. All right. We'll say that you recover 40% of them.
Okay, thanks.
No problem. Yeah. Like there's like people like as people are trying to like clear out or like they're like tripping on the ball bearings still. Like
More
Alright.
boxes are just falling to the ground as people drop things. Fruit rolls
Yeah.
everywhere too.
Yeah, yeah, it's quite a scene that y'all have caused. So yeah, so what now?
Right.
So, are
Give
you
There is
the Nimmerite from the Growlin Villa? Yeah, that too. Give us that right.
What? What do you say?
Harlan says, "Give us the stone." Badger says, "Are you the Growlin's Nimblewright?"
Yeah, and as the camera pans over, there's still Leoric and this dude on top of it. We can't see it at
Yup.
all.
Should we move?
Well, I think we can restrain him at this point, and I begin to, stand
Okay.
over him intimidatingly, making sure he can't run away.
Alright, we'll say it's at
Should we
about.
tie him up? I think that's a bit aggressive.
We'll say at about this point the friend spell wears off, and this guy, he's like kind of like heavy set. He's got like short hair and like a beard. He's like, "Oh, wait, what did you do? Why'd you do that?"
Hey, I got a gold for you if you forget what you heard.
Sold.
Holy shit!
Don't have to tell me twice.
His money can't buy happiness, eh?
And he just kind of like goes away. Yeah. So you guys, how do you restrain him? Do you tie him up, or is that?
Just hold him down.
All right.
I mean, I could tie him up. I think it's a bit aggressive.
Yeah, we don't even know if this is the right one. We just want to.
If he tries to run,
Badger was about to say we just want to talk to him, and then as the words come out of his mouth, realized, oh god, that's what the baddies.
Are we the villains?
Are we the villains here?
I'm not gonna hurt you. I just want to talk to you.
As you are like kind of like like propping him up and kind of like restraining him and stuff, it's like it can't talk. It's not saying anything. It's just like it's like looking around nervously. And as that's happening, you hear "Hey, what are you doing with Jenkins?" And the camera pans over and we see this large, rotund gentleman with a in like this very bright some sort of mix between a pirate and a clown outfit, and he's got like a scimitar dangling, and he's also holding a sack of potatoes, and he says, what are the group of you doing to our Nimblewright?"
Asking a question,
Well,
and which a question that you just answered, I guess.
and he comes over and he's like he's like, "I demand that you unhand our friend, and if not, then mayhap we must come to blows."
That I don't think that'll be
This is my actual
necessary.
reaction in game.
So this is your Nimblewright. You own him? Or
Well, I don't own him. He's a valuable part of our crew.
who does this Nimblewright live with? Where does he go when work is done?
He's like, "Well, surely you've heard of the Sea Maiden's Fair."
The what?
Sure.
Oh, the Sea
Of
Maiden's
course.
Fair,
Oh, I just-
right.
Sure,
So-
of course I've heard of that.
Y'all can make some history checks. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
All right.
Probably.
So the Sea Maiden's Fair is a roving, like essentially like carnival that has they're like out on ships and they sail around to different like big cities and like perform at them.
And if you find all their cards, you can get an amulet.
God, that was a fucking
Mm.
reference. Jesus.
Yeah, that was some shit. Well done.
Jesus.
That
was our reference.
Yeah, like you know that they're essentially like they are literally like sailors who are also like this like traveling troupe of like performers.
Oh. How long have you guys been in town?
Oh, we just got in a couple of days ago. Jenkins and I were here to put some ingredients together and get ready to have a feast
Oh, I see.
in honor of our first night here.
We we may have made a mistake, boys.
Man.
Yeah, I think we
Oh.
jumped the gun.
How long have you had Jenkins?
Oh, the master got Jenkins. I don't know. I surely am not smart enough to know something like that. I'm a
Who
simple.
was your,
Is it
who
more
was your
than a week?
master?
More than a week.
Is it longer than a week, eh?
Well, considering he was on the ship before and we've only been here for a few days, then that would certainly stand to reason.
So you brought Jenkins with you. Okay. Damn it.
All right. You know, don't make assumptions. We're the new ones here.
Mm-hmm.
We're also new in the area.
Right.
Okay.
So,
We're new in
apology,
town.
my friend. And I just I pick up the number 8 and I start dusting off his shoulders, straightening his headpiece. I do have a question though. Where might we find other nimble rights? It might be in the city. Do you all congregate somewhere?
Perhaps we could simply ask him, and he may
Oh
tell
my
us if he's
God.
run into others.
I certainly don't know. I've the only ones like Jenkins here that I've seen are the ones on our ship.
Jenkins, have you met any other nimblewrights like yourself while you've been here?
He just kind of like looks at you and kind of like cocks his head a little, and this large rotund man is like, "Oh, Jenkins is not the talkative type."
I mean, he
course
can
not.
nod his head and shake his head. Yes or no should be simple. A horse can do that.
Badger kind of turns and is like, a particular horse you're thinking of?
I had to figure out which one of the brothers I needed. Harlan, can you show him the nimblewright we're looking for, and maybe he can tell us if he's seen that one?
I'm sorry, you want me to do what now?
Not
Show-
you. Not you. Kildrum, do that.
Well, I think isn't it a little mean to assume that all nimblewrights know each other just because they're nimblewrights?
Well, I would
I think
assume.
it's a fair question.
It's a little presumptive of you if you don't
I
if you
mean,
don't
he
mind
would-
the saying.
I mean, he might want to hang out with other people he can not
maybe
talk
he doesn't
with.
know him, but he just saw him.
Can you, John?
I don't even
John DeBlack, can you prestidigitate a picture of him or something? And
know.
I don't know.
What about
I can minor illusion, but it's a small object, and I don't think it's very detailed.
Nah,
Like a creep.
fuck.
Yeah, like the most you can do is you could do like a crest or like a symbol or like a vague like,
What if you disguised
symbol.
yourself as a nimble right?
I mean, they all look the same, don't they? Just one had a cape and a hat,
The cape and the hat is very distinguishable, so maybe he'd recognize
but that's
that.
not the one we're looking for.
True, we are not
that's
looking
true.
for that one. We're looking for one that looks exactly like him, but is not him.
It looks like him.
I got an idea. I turn into that nimble right sans cape and hat with disguised self.
So wait a minute, you're gonna ask him if he's seen this, and this is simply himself?
Can you?
Yeah, wait,
That's
does
the
this
nimble right we're
Nimblewright
looking for,
look
right?
like Nim?
He's a little
scrappier looking. You can tell that there's like, some hints of corrosion.
That would have been a great thing
like,
to verify before we chase after him.
there are some hints of bits of like tarnish. Not like a little bit of rust, but like nothing that's gonna like, fuck with his ability to like do what he's got to do or anything like that. And
So short answer,
Uh-huh.
he was not created by Nim. He's not the nimble right we're looking for. He doesn't have a stone, and we've just interrupted his day.
Yeah.
I feel like we should leave him some sort of thing for an inconvenience. Like, can we leave? What would he like?
the
Get it wrong.
you hear a voice. Ooh.
That sounds like that.
Sorry. Just crushing a bottle.
That was right into a microphone. You hear another voice come from behind you this time, and he says, now let's not let's see what is it that the four of you, what business do you have here? You turn around and you see another person dressed in the spectrum of pirate to clown. This guy's much more pirate than clown. Like slender, like much more like slender, no like fancy makeup or anything. He's got like a cowl that's down and like long like hair that's like tied back. And looking at him, you can see at least 3 daggers.
At least 3.
He says, "Now what?
Right.
Now what
Of the two genders, pirate and clown. He's pirate.
We're
He's
talking."
most definitely a pirate.
Yeah, exactly. And he says,
I'm a non-binary clown pirate.
You know what? That's good. Happy Pride,
Just
everyone.
the two. Yeah.
He says, what business do you have with my 2 friends here? And he's like behind you guys.
Oh, interestingly enough, I don't think we have any business with you 2 friends here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we were entirely mistaken. We're sorry to inconvenience. Yeah, since you're here, have you seen many other nimble riders? In particular, one with a red cape, I think, like a kind of red.
No, you would
Cloak thing?
No, oh no, Badger, we're not looking for that one. Nim has
looking
that.
for
We're
the-
not looking for Nim.
That's Nim. Yeah, that's the one that sent us on this.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was the same, but without the hat.
No, he's
Oh,
not
just
got
okay.
any
Not
clothes.
Yeah,
any.
no,
He's
yeah,
also
yeah.
He's
naked.
identical to Nim, but undressed.
Never mind. Have you seen any other naked robots?
He says, he's like kind of like staring at you. He's like, and who's asking whether or not I've seen any robots naked or otherwise? Why should I tell you anything?
Well, no particular reason. We're just asking a question. You don't have to get so defensive.
You are the ones who just made an entire scene attacking
For
my
which
friend.
we have already apologized. You're gonna hold a grudge forever?
You could at least help us bring our food back or something. Offer to do something to make my poor trauma.
Can
my-
we buy you some fruit?
My
I mean, I was just
poor-
gonna give you a gold and call it a day if that's all right. But
He like chuckles and he says, he like looks around and like it's at this point that we realize that there's like scattered like fruit like mashed everywhere all over the place. And he's like, I'm afraid you probably ruined a little bit more than a gold's worth of food here, friend.
Well, in our defense, the nimble right is the one who dropped the box.
Wow.
Oh man.
he's trying his best.
It's at this point that a third person
Third pirate clown.
comes from the crowd, and you hear now, I'm sure that this
God.
can all be solved perfectly peacefully, and there's nothing to be concerned about. And we look, and we get like a much more like the camera lingers on this guy for a second, and he's
None other than Barnabas Blastwind.
Barnabas
Pirate
Blastwind.
clown garb.
No, that would be good though.
Pirate clown king.
No, it just sounds like him because Steve only has like 3 voices.
At least he was honest.
And he's dressed in a very ornate fashion. Again, like still kind of this like pirate clowny vibe, but like much more of like a ringmaster than a clown. And he's got like they all have like you're realizing now they all have kind of the same color scheme. This guy's got like dark skin. He's an elf. And he's got like dark brown skin and like piercing eyes, and flowing locks and a cool, fancy looking captain's hat. And the large, rotund clown man says, "Oh, Zardoz, it's good. You found us." And he says, "Yes. Now, what's all this? What's going on here?" He like looks to the four of
we
you.
we were just leaving. I think is what was on here.
Now, there's no need to leave just yet. I would like to know what
I
is your.
believe there is, in fact, a need to do just that.
I would
See, we were put under a spell by someone we don't know and compelled to do things.
That's right. Somebody made us their friend, who in turn caused us to make other people our friend.
Is this what you're telling?
And then went after your friend.
Is this like
you know how it goes?
Is this someone can make a deception check with advantage?
No,
'cause
not
you're
Badger
helping?
doesn't actually.
Hold on.
Badger
Sounds-
can't actually commit.
Sounds
to
like
that.
sounds like it's Leori.
Deception check. You say with advantage. I'm in.
It's a very-
Anybody opposed to this?
I just assumed that's what you were saying.
Yeah, Badger is, and while saying it, is visibly like uncomfortable and like
Here
doesn't
we go.
believe a single thing he said.
22.
All right, and the guy kind of like looks at you and gives you like like you feel like kind of like he's like staring through you almost. And he says, "Oh, that sounds like a terrible tale indeed. Yes, I'm sorry to hear that has troubled you so." And
we apologize for that. You know, we were. I don't know. I must have been some criminal around here must have been trying to get something out of your fruit. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I bet it was the Zentarum. Those guys
the-
suck.
True,
They
you're
are-
new to the city, but the Zentarum are a troubling problem.
Yeah,
Ask
watch
anyone,
out for
they'll
them.
tell you.
yeah,
Yeah,
They really are.
they
Well-
kidnapped a boy.
well,
I just kind of grab a random passerby on the street. I'm like, "Oi, tell him Zentarum bad, right?"
the guy's like, I don't want any part of this. Get out of here.
He doesn't want any part of the Zentarum. That's the notoriety they've got.
He says, well, I think that this may be solved in a manner of speaking. My name is Zardoz Zord. I am the owner of the Sea Maidens Fair,
Oh,
and these are my associates. And,
well, we've heard lovely things about your show, and we're
I-
very glad you're in town.
Sure have heard that it's a show.
It is
Yeah.
a very prestigious show.
Sounds
We're-
beautiful.
We're just getting back from a nice, a long tour in Neverwinter. And we're excited to come and
I've
play
been told
here.
I'm not allowed to go there.
Anyone can do anything that they want if they put their mind to it, my dear friend.
Hey, in Neverwinter, did you see shit, what's his name?
Oh God, yeah.
You know, the guy, Never Ember. What's his
Rainier.
Father Never Ember.
Daggle?
Daggle.
Daggle never.
Daggle Never Ember.
This is Neverwinter's a big city, my friend, and we don't spend much time in the cities that we go to outside of our ships and our dock wards. So unless this is a sailor or a lover of the theater, then I'm afraid I might not be able to help you there.
I assume he might
He's
be.
the literal lord of this.
I mean, he's a lord, so I bet
He probably would enjoy theater.
It was the open Lord of Waterdeep, you know.
Oh, I assure you, we did not play for such anyone of such noble stature while we were there.
Oh,
Real
never mind
prestigious show.
It's a shame.
Can I offer to you? And he like looks around, and there's like a big crowd of people kind of like looking around. He says, may I be so bold as to offer to bring you aboard my ships for a meal and a chat?
Oh, we would be delighted to.
You seem
we?
an interesting.
Why are we going on a stranger's boat who's mad at us for spilling all his fruit? That sounds like Rape Town.
He doesn't sound. He's not. He believes our story. He's not upset.
I don't know about that. I think
Look,
that's a
it's not-
very kind offer,
It's
but
not going to actually hurt any of us. It's about the implication.
it's just
Fine.
Implied rape is worse.
the danger of the boat.
Oh boy.
Oh my head.
We unfortunately have a different show to go to. Tickets to the
importantly,
theater.
We've got a different nimble
Yup.
ride to locate.
Yes.
And what pray tell are you looking for this nimble ride for?
We think it's
You-
associated with those Intarms we were talking about.
Yeah,
those bad folks.
We believe he may have stolen something, and we're looking to attempt to get it back by.
Any means necessary.
I was gonna say by order of the police, but that's okay too.
He says, right. Well,
This chair's so uncomfortable.
that's an unfortunate thing, friend. I'm sorry that your chair in the middle of the street here is so uncomfortable. He says, well, every city has its problems, I suppose. I wish you luck in your endeavors.
Thank you.
What did you say your name was?
Zardoz Zord.
Shit, that's a fucking
Is that with X's or Z's?
sidebar. Badger like pulls him over. He's like, "That's a Forgotten Realms ass name, you guys. That guy might be legit."
The most Forgotten Realms ass name.
No, the most Forgotten
not-
Realms
that's
last
not
name is
Sword.
Flood Blackmore.
That's not a Steve Tutora original. He's in the book.
He's in the book.
This guy might have some shit to tell us.
If that's not metagaming, I don't know what.
Yeah, right. That's it, everyone.
Oh, my name's Steve. Fuck off, Steve. We don't care about anything you have to say.
That's it. D&D's over. I need to.
Jesus.
Today I learned. Hold on. We're just gonna go over here quick. Forgotten Realms name generator. Anyways, carry on. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Oh, yeah, we should get going.
All right. Yeah. Do you have any other reason to? These guys aren't gonna like force you to have dinner with them or anything.
No, I will.
Boy, I really wish they would, though. That would be funny.
It's like, please, Williams.
I really must insist you have some tea.
Have some sesame cake.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Oh my God.
So we're calling this a dead end unless something else elsewhere reminds us that we should return. I guess let's follow the rotating umbrella, looking for more nimble rice, eh?
Yeah. Obviously, I don't have it on right now
Alright.
when we're right next to
Yeah.
another
Wee,
one.
wee, 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 this entire time.
This is Is at this point you realize that it's like mixed slightly into the score the entire time, and you've been like stress gripping it. Okay, yeah. So he says, very well then. Best of luck in your search, Ukon, Nyshed. Come along, and the clown man and the weird pirate like kind of give him a nod, and they head off down the street.
Boy, they all sounded very legitimate.
They sure look like trouble and fun.
Every type of person in this town.
Fun trouble.
Fundle.
Nope, you need consent for that, Leoric.
That is true. You're correct.
Okay.
So,
Well,
yeah, what's the deal?
we
It
So we went this way. Why did we go this way in the first place?
I don't know, but
We were going somewhere. We're going to a place near the docks, right?
Yes.
you had heard
We went to the precinct, and then we went to the yawning portal.
you had heard that there were spottings of something resembling a Nimblewright in the dock ward, and so you were searching around the dock ward.
So it was a dead end.
Maybe there's more than one.
There might be. Can we go closer to the dock?
You're like pretty close to the dock from where you're at right now, because like they were from a ship, and so like the ship is like, you know, docked somewhere over here, and y'all like they weren't that far from it. They were on like a market street that was probably like one of these like side streets over here, and like you know, that sort of thing. So you're not too far from the docks, but there is a whole like kind of like a whole lot of dock to cover. This is true. It's about this time also that you guys like realize, as you're kind of like thinking, and you like have a moment to like to yourselves, and you realize that there's still like a ton of people kind of like staring at you uncomfortably.
Perhaps we should just leave for now and let everything settle.
Oh yeah.
How it is.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what you can expect by attending the show tonight.
Yay!
Make
I
a
wheel on my
performance.
heels and exit the courtyard.
Make a performance check.
Yes. I hope nobody comes to their show as a result. Eat it.
They're showing the hell up.
Alright, so they all seem to think that it was just some weird Tim and Eric style skit. And like still
Fluted
Let me in! Let me in!
Blackmar's face shit.
Yeah, flute in the Blackmars. Yeah, so like they all start walking away, but like everyone's kind of still giving you a wide berth as they're walking around. They're like walking around you like, what the fuck?
What was that really an act?
Yeah.
It's improv, you know, it's artistic.
That's right. We're just trying to really soak up the moment.
I mean, we're putting in our time over at the community college, and we're building our troop up. Excuse us.
People wouldn't know culture from chopping in the face.
So anyway, let's get the hell out of the docks.
So yeah, you know, the Bardic College of Improv. It's just fantasy upright citizens brigade.
It's the D10 community college.
They teach the rule of I and.
I kind of want to make a Bardic College of Improv now, actually. like the
Right,
whole
they don't ever prepare any spells.
Right. No, it's all just like reactionary. But then like you don't like the whole one of the shticks is like you don't use a weapon, like you don't have a sword or anything. You can only use improvised weapons.
Yes.
Yes!
You can only use
love it.
but you get like a bonus
God.
to use it, so it's like
Gotta
yeah.
think on your feet.
Yeah.
Broomstick! Party member!
Yeah.
Right, for the old Goliath bards.
Yeah. He
Yeah, but
just like
party
swing the gnome at them. Yeah.
Fantastic. Boy, that's happening in Titan Shore, let me tell you.
Yeah, I'm 1,000% designing this for you, Jim. I'll design it if you playtest it.
Hell yeah.
Titan Shore coming back this July, by the by. Anyways, yeah. So you guys want to check the rest of these docs?
Yeah.
Hey,
All right,
Sounds good to me.
Yes, here we go.
hit them.
Click.
Yeah, hit it with that investigation check.
Yikes.
Yeah, so it's like, all right,
Broken again.
you're like,
Again.
you're like, all right, are we ready to go? And you're like, yeah, and you're like, click, and like very confidently, everyone strides forward, and the scene cuts, and it does one of those like diagonal wipes, and it comes back to like it's like very like it's like late in the day, and like it's like the sun was like high in the sky before, now it's like setting, and it's just like the same shot of the woo, and it like hasn't changed, and like you guys all just look more tired.
Yeah, all of our facial expressions. Just grim.
Grim AF.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess that was the only Nimblewright in the dock, and we found it.
That you could tell, yeah.
Yeah. Let's get the fuck out of here. I'm tired of the
That's
salt air.
Yep.
Alright.
I guess it's
So now
late
what?
now.
we go home and sleep.
Do we go
Make a
back to
plan
the
for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes, so we might as well.
something like that? Maybe we go to the yawning portal again?
Seems reasonable. It's the best shot we've got.
Drown our sorrows?
I like that.
This is just a completely random aside for no reason, but I just found out that there's a token for Maxine.
Yes.
Can we see it?
Yes.
Look.
Show us our darling.
There you go.
Oh my.
Oh, hell yeah, she's got melee
Goodness.
attack.
Yeah,
Watch his
2d4 plus 4. God damn.
6 to hit.
Bright eyes.
I like it.
That's a
And
legit horse.
That's a horse.
Mm-hmm. That
Come
looks
on,
like a
horse.
horse that can talk.
Yep.
That is a talk. That is a
Totally
talking
not a
horse.
person.
All
Not a
right.
person in a horse suit at all.
Anyways,
That's fantastic.
Poorly stitched Murloc suit.
yep. So you guys are heading back towards the troll skull.
Yes.
Sure.
Seems good.
We unlock fast travel.
I think we've kind of lost our way at the moment. I'm not really
All the
sure where to
way.
go next.
I don't know myself.
Sorry.
We're all out of breadcrumbs.
Well, we still haven't talked to, your spy master friend. The one with the network of spies.
I don't know who you're talking about,
All
but I know a
throughout
guy
the
named
city
Mert who knows a lot
you
of
know.
things around the town.
Yeah, that one. The guy who's in the theater.
Sounds like
Oh,
Who's
yeah,
in
charge of...
we could talk to Mert. He might have some information. He sees a lot of folks going in and out of the theater.
Yeah, he's certainly not part of the Harper's organization.
The
The Harper's organization that nobody
He's
knows about.
exactly part of that.
It's
Oh
a
my
myth.
God.
It's him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So,
Well,
short
talk
answer,
to him.
we can go speak to him for sure.
It's worth a try.
He can impart some knowledge.
As
Drop some truth bombs.
Mm-hmm.
as you are all making your way back 3
Making my way downtown.
Yeah.
Walking fast, singing songs.
You're.
Can you tell Orlando Bloom to stop mean mugging me?
Dude, he's been doing that literally since we
Dude,
started.
that's literally every
I
game.
since I started this channel, every stream involving Sam has involved Orlando Bloom.
Yeah,
Oh shit, he's right there.
yeah. He's literally just chilling. Like, literally, I have to turn the camera and adjust crap. If you really want me, if you're really that offended, like, let me know. But
No.
Yeah, no,
I just love the
remember,
feeling of Keira Knightley staring over my shoulder longingly.
You just
remember.
pan the camera a little bit over, so it's just her face. That's nice.
That would be nice.
That's a little bit better.
And Jasmine.
And Jasmine, giving you them pillow eyes.
There we go.
It's a little better. Hold on. I get
Yeah,
tilted.
I mean, like John Williams, you remember the days of Blades,
Of Blades.
where they were basically like part of the cast.
They were the backup. I feel like Orlando Bloom was your prison friend.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, Noggs as played by Orlando Bloom. So as you guys are making your way back to Troll Skull, you're heading through a district, and it's dark now. Like, it is like actual, legit, real life nighttime.
Which is why we travel in a group. It's safety.
This isn't
Yes.
darkness.
It's true.
And
This is
as
advanced
you
darkness.
are, and you're kind of no, that's when you cast the darkness spell, that's advanced darkness. you're just, I assume you're just holding the Nimblewright detector down, like, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
And as you do, and you're kind of having this conversation, like, blah, blah, blah. And in the middle of like one of you talking, it's the Nimblewright starts picking up.
Oh shit!
Mm.
Oh shit! Which way? Oh,
Which way?
Broken?
Go the
I'm
right
gonna
way.
Investigate.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yes.
Nice.
Pressed it.
Yeah, so you guys like start frantically searching the area because you know it's like within 1,000 feet, and so you're like, all right, going back, you know, like we kind of see you guys like looking down alley, and you come down an alleyway, and you see, a group of sketchy looking folks, holding one of them over their shoulder. Like, you see like a human and a dwarf, and it's hard to tell, like the third figure, they have a hood up, like a cowl, and one of them is holding a like bunched up, like it looks like a bunch of like a body or something, like wrapped up in cloth of some sort, like over their shoulder, and they're like making their way through this like dark alley.
It looks
What
like
do
a body being taken down a dark alley.
And
There's an apple in that bag.
and they look over and and like the dwarf's like, "Oi, what's that?" And like they look over and they see you. What do you do?
I stop activating the detector.
And they're still looking at you. They see you. They're like,
Oi, gents.
Hi there.
We get any good school tonight, eh? In Thieves' Cant, basically saying like, you get any good loot?
say, nothing that concerns you, friend. This is the human talking. We're going to need you to turn around and pretend that you didn't see any of this.
Oi, mate. No worries, you know, professional courtesy and all. I tip my hat and kind of.
Bash him in the head.
No, I'm slowly like meandering down, like making small talk. Like, we're buds. You're dark, seedy underbelly. I'm dark, seedy underbelly. What's up? What's going on? Like,
you're walking towards them.
yeah.
As you do, the dwarf like reaches for an axe on his back and says, "Oh wait, no."
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
That's convenient timing, just like that.
Thanks, Zara.
That's what the dwarf says.
Yeah. You hear a low growl from the dwarf as he reaches for an axe.
Oi, oi, oi! There's no reason for that, me brethren.
We're going to.
Yeah, it's cool. Don't worry about it.
Says, you're gonna need to walk around, turn around and walk away.
Like, don't even trip, dog. We're like, two peas in a pod, eh?
He starts growling at you.
That's a very strange thing to do to a stranger.
Oh, okay.
Oh
no, the overlay. It's all right.
It's
Wait.
all right. There he is.
We're back.
Nope. Okay, there we go. Okay.
We're
Sure.
mostly back.
It's all relative.
We decided the Nimblewright is not an object, correct?
Well, I mean, depends on the person.
Locate object.
I think you need to know the object. Like you need to have seen it or felt it or something.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
But just checking.
Yeah. I think we established that it wouldn't work, which is one of the reasons why the Nimblewright detector exists in the adventure.
That sounds
Yeah.
right. So just making.
Yeah. Look, I'm just gonna. You guys seem a little upset. We're a little tired and antsy. I'm just gonna put it all out there. I think you guys have a robot in that sack.
I was just about to suggest someone detect
The-
magic because those things are technically magic, but okay.
The hooded figure kind of leans over towards the human who's the one that you've been talking to, Harlan, and whispers something that you can't hear. And the human kind of looks at them and kind of nods and says, "Hey, sorry there, friends, but I don't think we're gonna be able to let you leave this alley here." And he puts the bundle down and reaches for a sword, and we're gonna have to roll some initiative in a second.
Well, I mean, you can't really stop us from just going back the way we came. It's not very intimidating when we're not surrounded.
Hold on. All right, there you go. You're good now.
Whoops. I rolled a 1, but I forgot to click my token.
You can just roll again, and then you can manually re-input it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Click your token, roll initiative, change it to 1.
Ah, I see. I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back.
So, when he says we're not going to let you leave this alley, I draw my rapier and I go, well, here we go again then.
1 sec. Let me roll initiative for these nerds, and then I'll bring you over to this this place. Hold, please. I have a bunch.
Today's
of
combat is brought to you by Nacho Fries.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What's our fake sponsor? We had Fantasy Yelp last time.
But that was organically derived through things that were happening in the quest. We haven't really had that.
I think this one is brought to you by the greatest show on a boat. Obviously.
Fantasy Cirque du Soleil.
Today's combat brought to you by the Sea Maidens Fair. Catch 'em in Waterdeep. Limited run.
Catch 'em in Waterdeep for the greatest show floating on water.
Greatest show on a boat you ever seen.
Here we go.
No, the greatest show on a boat they've ever seen was in Blades in the Dark. Thank you, John.
That's fair.
Oh my god.
That was a deep memory. It took him a minute to remember.
The fact that because all of my Blaze in the Dark memories are basically of me as a player, and so
that was the one time you GM'd. Yep, that was good. That was when I got to show you guys how powerful Rook's Gambit was by swaying a smoke bomb into a warehouse. Anyways, I brought you over to the encounter page here. Sorry, I don't have any terrain or anything, but
That's fine.
Yeah, it's an alley. You get it.
Yeah.
It's a 500-foot alley.
It's kind of like a
big alley.
Yeah, that's literally what I was about to get my tool out and do it. And there's a thing here.
Oh God, what have we done?
And Allie.
There's like some stuff going on, and Kildrim, you're up first.
Okay, so
It looks
I
like it
see-
says LAN alley. Like you go here for
You
LAN
reset
parties.
The turn orders MIA. You messed some stuff up.
What did I mess up?
None of our initiatives are there.
What? No, they're all right there.
we don't see any. We just
we
see
don't,
the.
we
bad
don't see
guys.
them. We only have the bad guys.
Yeah.
Huh.
Shall I just do it again and write in what we had?
Wait, hold on. Let's just do this. The experiment has failed. Let's start again. Go ahead. Yeah. Oh.
Ralph.
Excuse me.
Do you see it as they're coming up now? Make sure you have your
Just
tokens
killed him.
clicked. Make sure you have your tokens clicked when you.
It is in
roll.
fact selected.
Are you
yeah,
guys?
shut-
Are you guys seeing the bad guys?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, I got a higher initiative roll than you.
There you go. All right. Everyone sees everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're good. Yeah.
If I press this button, everyone still sees everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Kildrum, you're up first.
Okay, so there's what's this third guy? Is that the nimble right thing or the sack of
Huh?
crap they're holding?
No, there's
There are
two.
three.
There's a human. It's this guy. Hold on. This guy is a human.
Yeah.
And he was the one that was carrying the sack. This guy's the dwarf that was growling, and then this is a hooded figure.
Hooded figure. Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna walk up to them, pull out a handful of sand and blow it towards them, casting sleep at
Pocket
second level.
sand.
Yeah, it's pocket
Ooh.
sand.
Pockets.
I'm gonna cast sleep at second level, centered around this point. It's like a
All
20-foot
right.
radius, I think.
All right.
Or let me read sleep again, just to make sure I don't fuck our day up again.
We put ourselves to sleep.
20-foot point. Creatures
Can't be
within
any worse
20-foot
than
radius.
this,
So yeah, so like
So-
right here, sleep.
So it's 40 feet altogether.
yeah,
So
so like
right here, I go 1, 2. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. You're fine. You won't put
Yeah,
anyone.
yeah,
You won't put yourself to sleep.
yeah. All right,
Yeah.
27 hit points worth.
All right. So how does it work? It starts with the lowest and goes
The
up
lowest. Yeah.
From there. All right. So then, this guy, the bandit who is growling, he just starts he's got his axe drawn. He's like, "Arr." He sounds like John's dogs, and then they slowly get like quieter and like a little, and then he kind of like falls to the ground.
Good night.
And when he
sweet
he
prince.
slumps down onto the floor, and then we see his hands and feet kind of like twitching a little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And we're
Yeah.
like, oh, he's chasing something.
yeah. 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 Yeah.
That's all I'd like to do.
All right. So that was his turn. Nice job.
Crowd control.
All right. I put a little thing on for him. The
Should use the anime drool icon.
the
The longer it is, the
Hooded-
deeper they are asleep.
hooded figure steps forward and with a flourish of their hands and an incantation in a language you can't understand, summons a spiritual weapon.
Oh
Yikes.
boy.
Here it is.
Mm,
Look
my
at this.
favorite.
Look at this spiritual weapon.
Yikes. It's coming right for us.
Yep. It's gonna go towards you, Harlan, because you're the one talking, and it's gonna try to hit you. 13 to hit.
My armor class is a 13.
All right, you take 2 force damage as this like spiritual sword kind of like comes up and hits you. It hurts just a little bit.
Ouch.
And then let's see. And then Leoric, can you make a dexterity saving throw for me?
Will do.
Alright,
Hey.
no problem. You see a very familiar incantation as you dodge out of the way of a sacred flame. And now it's your turn,
What a
Leoric.
shock.
Hey, just a side question.
Mhm.
How heavy are nimble rights typically?
I don't think you would know.
More than 10 pounds?
Yes, for
Can
sure.
can I safely assume it's more than 10 pounds?
Very safely. They, like, you know that they are like vaguely human-sized and made out of metal, so
Yeah, not doing
Just-
that thing. I
Just
don't
making
think.
sure.
they don't have hollow bird bones.
No, no, my bird son.
Yeah. Leoric, what would you like to do?
Top boy is asleep, correct?
Yeah, the one with the little like thing on him.
One
This
with the beard guy, yeah. Okay,
Yeah, he's chasing rabbits.
thought so. Five, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I guess I will shoot the other priest with the crossbow. How's a 12?
One sec. Just misses. Armor class of 13. Chinks off of a. Actually pierces the cloak and then chinks off of the chainmail shirt.
Sad
and,
day. Oh,
and
that's
now
all I got.
it's this guy's turn. So this guy's gonna come up to you, and say, I would really appreciate it if you didn't attack my friend there, friend. And he's gonna make a scimitar attack at you.
Well, I would appreciate it if you didn't threaten us, buddy.
12.
No, not even close.
All right, and he's gonna follow that up with a dagger offhand attack with a 7, which doesn't hit you.
God, no.
So that's his turn. Harlan, it is your turn, my friend.
I do a spin move.
All right, it looks very
Cool
cool.
spin.
Yeah, so I spin around this little scimitar and approach this D-bag.
Mm-hmm.
And while he's focused on trying to dual wield attack the cleric, I'm gonna go for his meaty bits under his ribs.
Right.
Get him in the giblets.
Yeah. And I stab at thee.
21 hits for sure. And you get-
Absolutely.
And you get your
That's a
sneak
good
attack
stab.
because you
Yes,
are
'cause
adjacent
of
to. Yeah.
Rakish audacity.
Well, because of Leoric.
Also that.
Hi, I'm doing that. I'm
So
your
I go-
local tank healer.
Kapow pow kaboomy.
So it's 14 total.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, he's stabbed.
With the pointy end.
Anything else?
The most stabbed.
Yeah, I don't think I have any more move. That's my 30, I think. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh no, I do have more move. I'm gonna move to here. Barp.
I assume you want to use your you have fancy footwork.
Yeah.
That's right.
During your
Yeah.
turn, if you make a melee attack against
Yeah.
creature can't make opportunity attacks for the rest of your turn.
Mm.
It's the whole like not playing every other week thing. I forget what subclasses of all of your classes you all are. Badger, talk to me.
Badger's gonna run over to the sack.
All right. Let me draw a thing. I'll make it a different color.
Ah, a sack.
The sack.
Just
So
run to the sack.
this guy was here and he dropped it. So we'll say that it's like here. Oh, let's not draw dicks, please.
Not that kind of sack.
Yeah.
This is a classy stream, damn it.
All right. Let's not. I don't know if there's a way to set it so that players can't draw, but I don't want to have to do that to y'all. Yeah. So, that's the sack is that like little scribble I made.
Okay, I was here. 1, 2, 3. No, I'm small.
It's so tiny.
I'm gonna get here, and then I'm gonna try to mage hand and pull the sack over. Is it too heavy?
It's too heavy.
Still think there's a robot in there.
Seems
Yeah,
logical.
Badger like points at it, and like the little spectral hand like goes and it like pulls, and it can't move comically, and then it like goes to the other side and starts like trying to push
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And it won't move. And the hand is like, ugh.
Yep.
And then the hand does a one-handed shrug, and then it poofs, and Badger goes, "There's definitely a robot in there."
One-handed shrug.
It's like Thing from the Addams Family shrugging.
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
much.
Anything else?
No, I'm here in a safe spot. I think.
All right, Kildrum, it's your turn. Are you here?
I guess I'm gonna go up against the wall, actually.
Okay.
So I didn't want to subject you to my face eating burritos.
Fair
I'm
enough.
jealous.
I would
That
like
does sound lovely.
Chaos Bolt on the priestly one.
Sounds reasonable.
Um,
Your hit rate with Chaos Bolts has been stellar so far.
I mean, it is
Yeah.
chaos.
Only the best.
it is chaotic.
Yeah.
So I have inspiration from that time you gave us that.
Yep.
Can I use it?
You sure can.
Is,
That's why.
okay.
That's why it's there. What did I give you inspiration for?
I think for a wonderful roleplay last time.
yeah,
I think
Yeah,
it was
that whole-
for.
The whole like distracting them while I made it back
That's
with
right.
the gold
That's
Yeah.
right.
interaction.
Yeah, that was inspiration worthy. I agree with past me on
It
that
really
one.
was.
hmm So advantaged chaos.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh John.
Hmm.
Oh, it's their
Oh,
armor class
Lord.
is 13, John.
Ew. Oh god.
This
Oh,
sucks. Feels
oh,
bad,
my
man.
bean. Oh.
uh,
That's so
unfortunate.
embarrassing.
You
I slumped back in shame.
you
Right in
blast
the corner.
at her, and it misses, but like the force from it like blows her the hood back, and you see it's like this elf woman, and she looks to you and says, "It's all right. Happens to the best of us sometimes."
Ooh, low blow, Kildrum.
Yikes.
The bandit is still asleep. Does he have to make a save to wake up, or is he just asleep?
He's asleep for 1 minute.
All right. So
No
this is
save.
the
But
second turn.
he adheres to normal sleep rules about being woken
Yeah,
up.
like if he's wounded,
Yeah. Right.
he wakes up. pretty
Yeah.
much.
The priest is going to move her spiritual weapon over to you, Keldrum. And
Oh, no.
Let's see. Does an 8 hit you?
Let me think. No,
All right, cool. Make a dex save.
damn it.
Fucking wizard battle going on over here.
17.
I'm a wizard.
No problem. So you definitely dodge out of the way of the spiritual sword, and also out of the way of the sacred flame, which you see coming because your good buddy Leoric casts it all the time.
Oh, I've seen that one.
You're very welcome.
Ah,
Speaking of Leoric, what would you like to do?
I guess I'm going to step up to this gentleman and say, "You seem like a kind sir. It's a shame I have to mace you." And will reach down and drop my crossbow and come across with a mace.
I see your mace type, eh?
That's sad.
You do that, and he parries it with his scimitar, and he's like, he looks at you, and he's like, "Always been a bit more of a sword type myself." Anything else?
No,
Alright.
I make a frowny face. That's it.
His cool one-liner stands then as he goes to make a scimitar attack at you. He gets a 12.
Which I properly parry back.
Yep, and then he gets a natural 1 on his offhand follow-up. So you're having an epic battle, just not being able to hit
It's
each
the most
other.
epic. It's that super movie.
It's probably
battle
like
no one hits
it's. I was gonna say it's probably like the like anime like melee fight that we like spent a bunch of money on for this
Yeah.
episode. Speaking of expensive melee fights, Harlan.
So I'm gonna like master Yi blade dance and just kind of move like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just a bunch of fancy footwork using up my whole movement to be flourishing, and
Of
then
course.
sweeping attack at his open side because he's looking at Leoric.
Right.
And poke him with the pokey bits.
Quick, we're bantering. Stab him. Oh.
Unfortunate.
I shouldn't have been so flourishy. I have no move to retreat.
You do that, which is what alerts him to the fact that you are behind him, and you go to swing, and he like reverse grips the dagger and like behind his back like parries your attack with the dagger.
My hubris will be my downfall.
Badger, it's your turn.
Badger is gonna try and use this opportunity to go to the sack and grab it.
Yep.
Is that a strength check?
Are you trying to like pick it up and move it?
Yeah, I want to pull it and like drag it along the ground back. Actually, I want to open it. I want to look inside.
Okay.
Is it sealed? I want to slice it open.
No, it's just like a bunch of like rags and like a long something or other, like kind of like wrapping something up. Yeah, you can take your action to cut it open if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut it open.
All right, you cut it open and you see a familiar looking plating on a like forearm or something.
Familiar as in specifically.
Is it his son?
The forearm of
a nimble right.
Of a nimble right that we know in particular.
It's hard to tell because it's
my boy.
Because it's dark in this alley.
Tell me if it looks like my boy.
Do you have dark vision? Yeah, you have dark vision, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it looks like your boy.
Looks like my boy! Badger yells, "My boy!" And then tries to unwrap basically the rest of it.
Yeah, like you spend your turn kind of like trying to unwrap, and you get to like you like get up and you like uncover, and it's like its face, the face of Nim with no hat on. Keldra, it's your turn.
I would like to. Excuse me.
It's your turn.
Go over here, away from the sacred.
Yeah.
Gimme schmar.
That tracks.
I'm gonna attempt to chaos bolt the priest again.
That's reasonable. I hope
If you don't
Can't
succeed,
miss twice in a row. There's no way.
Try again.
There's no way.
No way. Yikes. All right. Well, this Chaos Bolt does some shit on some rolls. So.
All or nothing, apparently.
Let me read how it works.
Yeah. Because you get to like
hit... Okay. So
well,
I gotta look at the d8s. I gotta look at the d8s.
You got an 8.
So I got an 8 and a 5. All right.
And then you got a 1 and a 7.
And a 1 and a 7.
Yeah.
Because
like this thing, if you roll a certain way, it like forks, right?
If the 8s are the same, I roll again, and it forks off and hits somebody else.
Right. So
all right, I'm gonna pick thunder damage.
Okay. So you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
and it doesn't do anything special. It's just like 23 thunder damage.
Yeah.
All right.
For now. Yeah.
What does this thing look like? You don't. You bring this spellcaster to within an inch of her pathetic little life, but not quite dead. Like, what does this shit look like?
I literally just spew out a big cloud out of my hand, and then it just goes towards her, and it just booms in her face. Thunder.
Sick. Nice. So yeah, so your guys is the Leoric and Harlan and the bandit are engaged in these like cool epic looking sword moves, and suddenly there's just like a giant explosion,
and the smoke clears from the explosion, and we see the priest like kind of like staggering and like smoking and looking within an inch of her life. And we look over and we see Kildrim holding up his hands, spellcaster style. Dope. The bandit, this is turn 3 for him. The priest, let's see. Yeah, alright. This priest isn't very happy. Is gonna move the spiritual weapon 20 feet and attack you with it. Gets a 16.
Yeah, that'll do.
That'll do.
You take 6 force damage.
Oh, that hurts.
And then is gonna use her action to she like mutters something, like incant something, and touches herself and cure wounds.
Yeah, I like it. Do it again.
Don't you touch yourself like that.
You see some of the smoke start to dissipate, and some of her burns start to close a little bit. And that is that. Leoric, it's your turn.
All right.
Focus fire is squishy.
All right. So I don't like the fact that she just did that. So if I move to the 2 spaces, like the space directly in front of her, there's no opportunity of attack because I'm still in range.
Right. Yeah, because you're still within his melee range. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to it's gonna be one of those dramatic rotate around, and then just as he thinks I'm going to swing at him, it's gonna be like this elongated swing of the mace at the priestess.
All right. 9's not gonna do it, bud. As she finishes the cure animation, we see from off screen the mace coming down, and she kind of stumbles out of the way a little. She's still hurt, pretty hurt. And it's the bandit guy's turn now, and he whips around and turns towards you, Harlan, and says, "Hey, it's a duel you want, is it?" And he's gonna make a scimitar attack at you.
Strafe and stab, and strafe and stab.
He gets a 18, and he hits you for 7. And then he's gonna follow up with the dagger attack, which gets an 8. So I don't think that hits you.
That's correct.
And now it's your turn.
Yeah, strafe and stab. So it's strafe over here and stab in his chest area.
Do it. 10 does not hit this guy.
And then I backflip away. Whoo, 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 whoo.
All right. Badger, it's your turn.
Is this robot awake?
No.
Can I?
Oh, I forgot this was a thing.
God.
It's not where I
How
should
do
have
I
been.
wake up a robot? Can I?
Smelling oils.
Shake
Right.
it gently.
Essential oils.
Yeah, I try and rattle it
You gotta
Just
take your action to try to
wake it up.
All right. You take your action to do so, and no dice.
Okay.
Oh, you stop fiddling away that thing and help us out here, eh, Badger?
Hey, he's in danger. I have to protect him.
He's sleeping. That's 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kildrim, it's your turn.
Okay. Gonna walk over here. Say
Mhm.
you're a resilient one. How about a third? 7.
16. Hits. Yeah, her AC was.
Kaboom!
Woohoo!
Oh yeah, she's real dead.
random.
You fry her.
Yeah. No.
Well-
No, I don't fry her, Steve. I don't fry her, Steve. I make her cold because it's cold damage this time.
Okay.
It is
Actually, cloud of cold comes out, and she goes to say something and is frozen in place.
Mm,
Nice job.
that was annoying.
This is turn 4 of this bandit being asleep. Leoric, it is your turn.
Well, I will immediately turn back my attention towards the gentleman attacking Harlan, and I think this time we're just going to go ahead and cast a spell at him. What do I cast?
I want to cast magic missile.
I don't have that.
I do.
I only have one. I only have Sacred Flame. Okay. No, fuck it. We're just gonna hit it with a mace. This is fine.
All right.
God damn, I'm whiffing today.
Unfortunately, is not sufficient.
Well then, I'm done.
And now it's the bandit's turn. The bandit turns around and sees that his friend, the spiritual weapon dissipates. It does. All of it does. Turns around and sees that his companion has been frozen, and like looks over and sees you, Kaldrum, and says, "You're gonna wish you hadn't done that." And he's gonna loop around up here, and he's gonna scimitar you.
You don't scare me.
17 to hit.
You scare me.
Take 9.
Oh.
Follow up with the dagger.
How dying are you?
Very.
16
Got
to hit.
it.
16
Oh,
hits.
that's gonna hit.
Yeah, for 6.
And down goes Fraser.
Yep.
I am out for the count.
Yep.
I'll be over to heal you in a moment.
That's gonna do it for his turn. Harlan, it's your turn. You see this guy go over and do his cool melee combo on your brother and drop
You
him.
hit my brother. 1, 2, 3, 4. And yeah, so I just charging rapier, stab him in the throat
Mm-hmm.
in anger. You bastard.
12 unfortunately does not hit.
That's so unfortunate.
Badger. Badger, this bandit looking motherfucker just took down your good friend Kaldrum. You think you're muted? Yeah, you're muted.
Oh, no, how dare you! First you kidnap an innocent boy robot, and then you take down a sorcerer boy! And... Goddamn. Shit. I'm gonna move over here. And, you know what? You're a jerk. I'm gonna hit you with magic. And I do cast Magic Missile.
Good
Oh
job.
shit. Hey.
I didn't want to have to do this.
What level?
It's a first level spell, just at first level.
Yeah, you can elevate it if you want.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it at first.
Get an extra level there.
Nah, I don't want that extra. I'm gonna do it. I don't think he's this hurt, but I'm gonna do it non-lethally. Like I'm aiming at his like the back of his knee, you know.
Can you non-lethal magic missile? Yeah, I guess you can.
I thought you could non-lethal any damage.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense to me that you can non-lethal any damage, but yeah, you can. For 3. All right.
So
That's
each
just one dart.
missile does 3. Oh, do I have to roll each individually?
Well,
Let
I
me
don't
see.
know if you roll for each one or if you one dart.
You create
does-
3 glowing darts of magical force. Each dart hits a creature of your choice that you can see within range. A dart deals
That's-
1d4 plus 1 force damage.
Because you can stagger them. They let you
Roll them
roll them.
individually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause
So
you
yeah.
could have,
So
like,
just
this
so
one,
just
this guy and 2
so
of that
just
guy, and-
so just
Yeah.
roll 3 at this nerd. Yeah. Damn, those are some good rolls.
All right.
10 damage.
Yeah. Badger's fatherly rage strikes in.
It was just Father's Day.
That's
True.
Badger didn't even know that he was ready to celebrate.
Alright. Keldrum, make a death save.
Oof.
You're
Not
fine.
looking good.
Yikes.
no.
Alright. This is turn 5 of this bandit.
Yes.
Priest is real dead. Leoric, it's your turn.
I will rotate around to my friend and cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
I'll give it a level 2, I guess, since we're here, and since we're probably not doing much else. Have 8.
8. All right.
Oh, thank you.
Get up! I need you to throw more magical spells at him.
I got one left.
He's clearly immune to maces.
It's the Bandit Captain's turn.
And he's back down.
He's gonna turn around. He's gonna look at you, Leoric, and be like, well, that's annoying. And he's gonna attack you with the scimitar. Oh wait, that's not the right button. He gets a natural 1 with the scimitar. He's gonna whip the dagger around to you, Kildrim. He's got advantage because you're prone. He gets a 20 and he hits for 5.
Yikes.
Damn, I'm so good at rolling daggers. Harlan, it's your turn.
Oi! I told you to leave my brother alone. He just got back up. I'm gonna have to do this in your face for the exact same failed rolls again.
Yikes.
I'm so angry about this.
Yeah, that's tough, bud. Badger.
Badger calms down. Then slowly walks over and then punches him in the back of the knee.
Make an unarmed attack.
Actually, so he's gonna hit him with the hilt of his dagger in the back of his.
Okay.
Damn.
That's
Wait, I'm using my inspiration. I'm particularly inspired. Badger's very mad, and he's gonna make this one count.
All right. Normally you have to use it before the roll, but I'll allow it.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. I'll allow it this one time.
Yeah. Here we go.
To represent the roller coaster of emotion that Badger is on. He's feeling a lot of. He's feeling a lot of feelings that a small gnome like him hasn't felt before.
That's right. 4 damage.
This guy is hale and hearty, we could say. Keldrim, it's your turn.
Yeah. How does this guy look?
Hale and hearty. He's looking fine. He's
looking
just
fine?
like
Okay.
he's like in the middle of he looks like a fighter, like a duelist who is like comfortably in his element. Like
Okay.
Yeah.
If I were to cast Chaos Bolt, I'm on the ground and he's 5 feet in front of me. But I have disadvantage.
Yes, not because you're prone, but because it's a ranged spell attack.
Yeah, he's right there. If I move away, I get stabbed and I die.
Most likely.
So,
You're
what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab a dagger out of our trench coat and do
Throw
a
that bitch.
stibbity stab in his Achilles region.
Okay.
Ooh,
That'll hit.
hey,
Yeah. Welcome to my level.
5 piercing damage.
Yeah, well, like, you're prone too, so, like, you go to do that, and you look over, and Badger's, like, on the other leg doing the same thing.
We're just like,
Yeah. Yes.
I'm gonna stand up because
Alright.
I don't want to be prone anymore. It's
That-
probably a bad idea.
That's a good tactical play on your fight.
Yep.
Cool. This is turn 6 of the bandit. The priest is dead. Leoric, it's your turn.
Push him.
So we just have that guy.
What's up?
Just thinking.
Okay.
God damn it! One last time, we're gonna mace him in the face, I guess.
Thanks, Kildren.
The face is the place.
Hey, finally!
The mace hits.
Yay!
We
First
just needed, you
3, a nice 3.
just needed you to be distracted by leg wounds.
Yeah, does his AC go down by 1 point for having
All
stabs
attack.
in both of his legs?
We're getting ankle shanked.
Sure. I'll allow it.
Oh, okay. That was...
Nice.
His AC is 14 now.
This is easy.
Oh boy!
Bandit boy. Still hale and hearty.
I want to provoke him. Your mother is stupid.
Your mother's a hamster and your father
That's-
smelt of elderberries.
That's not quite how this works. Scimitar attack at you, Leoric, because you're hitting
Excellent.
them.
Just what we wanted. What a
Get-
fool.
Gets an 8,
Absolutely not.
and then like looks down and sees Badger, and he just pulls his dagger and like tries to slash down towards you, and he gets a 16.
Whoa. Whoa there. Whoa, Badger immediately goes, oh, shit, and casts shield reflexively.
Okay. Whoa!
No thanks. Woo.
Badger, under extreme stress, Badger turns into Mickey Mouse. Harlan, it's your turn.
Oh, wait a minute. Did you say it was a 16?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I won't do that. Never mind, I'm not going to do that. So
Okay.
I'll take the hit.
All right, you get hit for 5. Because I'm really good at rolling really well with my daggers.
That's the way to go.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna surround this guy and say, "Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci."
What?
Get out of my D&D game right
Yeah.
now.
I obviously don't do that.
It's a
Yeah, no,
reason-
so I just
there's
keep
a
stepping in.
you could reskin the Zentarum to be the Gucci Gang.
I just keep stepping in, stab him, and then disengaging.
Sure.
So I'm like a locomotive piston, just like a rapier coming in to stab and coming out. So
Yeah.
let's pincushion his legs.
Do
That
it.
seems to be the word of the day.
Legs?
Yeah, everyone's pincushioning his legs. Damn it!
9's not gonna do it.
Tumble over here. You can't catch me. I dare you to try.
Badger, it's your turn.
I'm just going to do it again. Badger's in a fury. 13.
His armor class, as we've established, is now 14, down from 15.
Oh my god.
Top of the round, it's 10:04. Do we have to call it here? Or can we finish the combat?
Guys, I mean, I can finish this
Finish it
combat.
Let's
Finish
just
the guy
beat him
out.
up.
All right, just making sure.
I'm gonna laugh so hard it's our party. This is just one guy.
Surely
We're
the
gonna go
bandit
through enough
will
rounds, and the other dude's gonna wake up, and then we're gonna have a real problem.
This is Steve the GM stepping out of my role as this bandit for a second to tell you that what you just said is entirely possible. Like actually, stepping back in, Kildren, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the disadvantage. I'm gonna reach out with my cold ass hand and try to touch his face.
Okay.
No. Okay.
Yikes. This
well.
is turn 7.
Wait, why does that one have disadvantage if it's touch?
It's still a range.
Chill touch is a
Um,
ranged attack.
Oh,
Yeah, it's real.
yeah.
Yeah, the spectral
It's
hand
real
is what
dumb.
touches him.
Yeah,
oh bummer.
Yeah.
it's silly. Leoric.
God, I need something that can do more damage. I guess I'm just gonna make
Mace to the face.
Mace.
Mace to
Mhm.
the face.
Mace.
Finally.
finally
Yeah,
a 6.
Lyric's
Holy
got a
shit.
read on him.
There you go.
He's allergic to maces.
Oh wait, hold on. Why didn't that go through? -6. Come on.
God, but I wouldn't kill for a second attack.
I know.
None of you are playing second attack.
Or even a
classes.
spell, it's a freaking free action.
Well, we've been level 3 for like a year.
That is true.
That's the nature of this adventure, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I dig. It's all good.
Let's see. Bandit Captain, Scimitar at Leoric gets a 17.
Great.
Does a 17 hit you?
That's a tie. He hits.
Hey, he hits you for 5.
Ouch! That's a third of my health.
And let's see. Dagger. He's looking around. Man, like, he'd probably run away if, like, you weren't definitely going to end up with his bud. Ranged No, he's gonna dagger.
I don't know. No honor among thieves.
He's gonna dagger at you again, Badger. He gets a 18.
Jesus.
Wow.
You can't miss with these
man,
daggers.
okay. Yep, that'll hit.
He hits you for 2.
Thank goodness.
And then that's his turn.
Can somebody else please stab him?
I'm gonna do my best.
Just crit him here.
He's sneak attack, so it's okay.
16 hits.
Yes, I definitely swing with my rapier at his calf meats
Always the gams.
for 7 and 9 damages.
Holy Jesus, thank you.
So 16.
He didn't see that one coming.
You never see
Aha.
coming.
And then, as I withdraw my rapier and take his attention, I say, "Try and catch me, you douchebag."
He's smarter than that, unfortunely.
I'm gonna do it every time anyway.
He's looking rough now. He's looking real not great. He's like starting to stagger a little bit with all of these poked holes in his calf. And he's like fumbling. He's like holding his dagger in his offhand like a little messily. He's still got his scimitar held, though. Badger.
Badger calms down and
Last time.
takes a step away over here.
Are you disengaging?
That takes an action, right?
Yeah.
I'm not.
All right. He gets a swing at you.
Does he want to?
Oh yeah, he does.
You did
Fine.
stab him several times.
He's
Fine.
gonna dagger at you.
Okay.
He gets a 21.
Jesus.
Wow.
Dagger.
Oh wait, no. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah. No, he gets a 21. He gets you for 4.
Okay. Badger casts mage armor on himself.
How timely.
This is like in the MMO, like you're approaching like the end of the dungeon, and then the mage like casts ice barrier. You're just like, what?
Why?
Right, the priest finally puts fortitude on.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, that's the more apt thing. All right, that's it.
Yes.
Okay. Kildrum, he has just taken a swing at your buddy.
Yeah, I see him distracted, and I run this way,
Yep.
and chaos
yeah.
pulls his ass.
Only one reaction.
That's
Gets
That's
Boom.
right.
15.
That's my boy. Yep.
Perfect.
That was the
Beautiful.
plan.
For
Jesus Christ.
so random.
Holy crap.
Oh my god.
going into his brain. It's
What?
gonna mess with his
You
What's
beam.
melted
it?
his brain.
Psychic.
Oh no.
Microwave.
Freak his bean.
All right. So what's it look like when you kill this guy?
Yes.
It's like a
Scrambled
Like-
eggs brains pour out of his
like
ear.
a spectral earwig just like comes out of my hand and goes into his ear and like blows up in his head. My
Nice.
God.
Awesome.
Dope. And I think that so that happens, and he like slumps and he like drops his dagger in his scimitar. And I think there's like that moment where like the battlefield is silent, and I think the last thing that we see before the session cuts is the dog-based bandit opens his eyes and startles to his feet with a yip, and that's the cut. So
Nice.
nice.
Ah.
All right.
I've got some questions for you.
This bandit, this guy could still, like, y'all are pretty fucked up right now. Cool. Nice job, everyone.
My boy.
Solid murdering.
Yeah, so we'll pick this up next time. And also level up before next time.
Ah.
because
Mid-combat level ups.
well, it's
Mid-combat.
like at the end of this scene, we will be done with chapter 3 probably, and into chapter
okay
4.
then.
So
Because we found our boy.
yes,
Cool.
Yes.
cool.
Yes.
All right.
All right,
Oh
everyone.
man, maybe I'll adopt this one.
That might be a little difficult. We will I'll address that next week though. So for now, thanks for watching. If you're watching on here or on YouTube, we will see you next time.
Bye.
Goodbye,
Bye-bye.
Internet.